Okay, so as we said, setup wise on the left hand side now is kind of your before. As we can see there, a bit of a roundness in the back there, kind of that head down mentality, sort of getting very tucked up, chin down on your chest. Again, makes it very difficult for you to rotate, because you can't rotate as easily now. You'll find as you go back, you either start rising up, we had a little bit here anyway, or the backswing gets short, or a kind of combination of both there. You've kind of risen up a little bit and you shorten your backswing. Now again, just through sheer strength alone, you'll get a little bit of distance out of the club, but you're certainly limiting what you're able to produce. And as we go to other clubs down the line with longer clubs that require a little bit more of a length of backswing, you're going to struggle if that's the length of your backswing, So you can see on the right-hand side here now, a straight back. And again, I wouldn't expect to suddenly go from what you were on the left-hand side to be boom and be perfect. But with the practice, like we said, where you can go up against the wall there, just get used to bowing to that golf ball, getting in a better position. You'll see now as you go back on this one, your hands now get above your right shoulder. So the golf swing now has gone a little bit longer. And you can see as well where your ear is on that yellow line, kind of staying in a pretty good posture, So you're maintaining a good angle there throughout the swing. You're not really rising up that much, Now there's obviously a bit of an instinctive dip into the golf ball because you have to do that before. It's not too bad, I mean, you're not moving that much anyway. As you come back in the golf, because of that dip, we can see the club shaft here. If I put a line through that shaft there now, is kind of dissecting the golf ball. So it means your club now is swinging in that direction, sort of off to the left, which is why your shots are generally going to the left. Because the slight dip, that's something obviously you need to work on as we move going forward now. Once that posture is something that you can do without thinking about it, as we mentioned in the session, when your grip got a little bit, hang on, my grip's wrong, you then looked at your grip and your focus changed to how your hands go on the club, and you went back to your old posture here and hit a bad shot. So even though your grip was, I got the correct grip, you was focusing so much on something else that something else went back to where it didn't want to be. So what we generally say now is your position at setup on the right hand side here, that better spine, the buckle line tilt before, is more of a conscious confident. You can do it, but you've got to think about it all the time at the moment, And in time, as with anything, if you do things enough over and over and over again, that'll just become your unconscious confident, like you just when you drive a car, You just drove back and forth to Swansea, you need to think about where to go, which lane to be in, which jacks to come off, where to go, where to park, where to turn, whatever. You just went, and you did it, It was simple because you did it so many times back and forth, So that repetition, whether it means sort of just setting up with a golf club, or even with that golf club, stand there in the mirror, just put your arms down, just check how your posture looks, how you think, I think a bit strange there. Turn your head to the side and just look how you see in the mirror, Just so you can become more aware of how your body's going to be. So once you're in that better position, as I said, you're able to rotate on the way back more. Now as you come back to the golf ball, very flat-footed, as we said, because that's the sort of rugby background in you, sort of staying very grounded, sort of using your legs, using your core and using the ground to sort of stay down, whereas in golf we use the ground to kind of push off and get a bit of speed. I suppose in some ways it's like almost like trying to throw a rugby ball as far as you could do, you'd be sort of like using the body to twist and push off. We need to try and get that, but that's again going forward once your body's in a better position. We can't really do too much of that at the moment, So as I said, I would practice that setup, getting that back straighter. The hips are tipped forward a bit more, so you've got the pelvis. You want to put your hands sort of on here, just sort of pushing those hips back, or just get you, and then just soften the knees there for comfort, otherwise the hamstrings will be quite tight, all right, and getting in that better position so you're able to just rotate more effectively, And like I say, when you go to the driving range, what I would look for as a successful range session is that the contact was reasonably good, You're able to move the body effectively, you come away with that sort of feeling like a bit stiff and a bit tight in the back, or your hands aren't gripping too tight, and the shots are sort of consistently going in the same direction, probably to the left because of the movement you've got. Once that sort of is what you're doing, then we'll go forward to the next thing. Once the sort of setup's ingrained and embedded, then we'll look at the next stage of the sequence and start working on the sort of the downswing and how the backswing functions with the club and the arms. Does that kind of make sense in terms of what we're looking at? So focus is going to be on the setup initially, which is to be expected. Very few golfers come for a first ever lesson, stand there perfectly. Great. There's always going to be a few tweaks there, but like I say, it's getting that into a position where it's sort of second nature, and then from there, then moving on to the next stage. So first thing, sort of backswing, then downswing, and then through swing. Right, have a few more then, and then we'll see how we go from there.